people, I suppose, learn through the sort of abstraction of the classroom. You go into a classroom, somebody tells you something or teaches you something in a classroom, and you retain it, and you've been educated. But I think that that's really kind of a one-dimensional way to teach, and I would rather teach in a three-dimensional way. So try to get people out of the classroom, kind of immerse them in some sort of an experience where they can actually kind of not only think about what we're reading, but feel it. And I think that that's one of the great sorts of things about this class and other classes like it, that students are so much engaged and part of the experience that they actually feel what they read, and not just sort of have to think about it as a sort of abstract.
And so going here is like, it makes the reading a lot better because I actually see what they're talking about instead of like just the image in my mind, which is what you often just assume looks like.
You know, I really think the value of these courses that Bob does is it gets the students out away from the classroom, helps them bond, you know, as individuals. But I think there's something really to be said for going to the place, and a different kind of learning happens.
We visited a plantation that was owned by one of the authors that wrote one of the books we did, and the whole book was about his experiences on the plantation. And I mean, reading the book you get a sense of what that's like, but actually going there you really get a sense of what he was experiencing when he decided to write the book.
I think students put up their guard sometimes in a classroom. They're almost resistant to learning, but I think here they can't really help but be impressed with certain things.
And then just seeing people respond to the experience and be awed by some of the things, the alligators or the birds. There's this little sort of interesting community that gets formed. It's a real sort of sociological experiment, I think, but people get along, they manage themselves, they sort of take care of their community, you know, all of the things that they need to do, cleaning up, getting food out when we're eating, and it just is sort of a great sort of all-around experience.
Just being a group of people who have different knowledge bases, and we all kind of came together.
It's a worthwhile experience. It's rich.